Yeah, then. Yes, ready for my next special guests now. Introducing next to my radio show and podcasts. Accepting my invitation for an interview, I'm joined by Doug and Alyssa from the wonderful
Woo!
from the wonderful duo that is the Grahams. Very nice to have you both on my show today. How are you today, both?
Good.
We're
Glad to be here.
fantastic, Danny. We're in Bristol and it's sunny. And we have a great show coming up tomorrow and for the next 2 weeks we get to hang out in the UK. It's great.
Great, and the weather is shining about time. It soon comes around spring. It keeps everyone happy, I guess.
Yes, let's hope.
I don't know. I've been coming here for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen the sun.
It's a rarity. And just taking it from the beginning, really, when did your musical background begin and your passion for music come about?
Oh gosh, I mean, music is one of those things, right? Where it just when it hits you either hard or medium or soft. But it hit us both hard.
Too
I
hard.
Yeah, maybe too hard. We learned playing music as kids in elementary school, and we knew each other when we first started doing this, of course. And when she was 7 and I was 10, and we basically once we started making music together everything just grew exponentially, and we've just been fascinated by it ever since.
Great. And the Grahams as well. Are you a family? Are you together?
Yeah. We grew up together since we met when we were 7 and 10, and we've been dating since I was 15. We've been together for 38 years or something like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Impressive. So fast forward to today. You are busy promoting a brand new single. I'm going to tell you what the title of it is and so on.
Okay.
Oh, you want us to?
Yeah,
Oh,
go
yeah,
on
we're
then.
we're promoting a brand new single called The Worst Parts of Me, or maybe it's just called Worst Parts of Me. And it's off our new album, The Bridge, which the deluxe version of just came out on March 6th.
Fantastic. And it's been applauded by the music press, such as the Metro and the Americana highways, and of course, the general public. That must be a great feeling.
Yes, it really is. We feel lucky, and we're noticing it with the audiences over here that they're liking the record a lot, and we're that makes us really happy. And it's fun to play them live, so it's a great combo.
Lovely to hear. And do you feel this new single and album really showcases the quintessential Graham sound? Do you think this is the album where you are kind of happy with like the sound?
We are very happy with the sound. I don't know that there is a quintessential Graham sound. I wish there was, because I think we'd be more successful if we stayed exactly the same for every record, but we tend to change it up a lot. I do think it's the most personal record that we've done, and I think people are really surprisingly to us responding to that. It seems that people, rather than hear these creative, wonderful, adventurous stories, what they really want is the truth, and they want to hear about us and our background and our trials and tribulations and our the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah. And the worst parts of me, what's that song briefly about?
Well, if you're in a heavy long-term relationship with somebody,
Heavy. It doesn't have to be heavy.
okay,
It's
if
just
you're in
long
if you're
term.
in a deep, loving relationship with somebody,
Better.
you do end up learning the worst parts about your partners, and you have to decide if that's worth it or not. And I can tell you that the worst parts of Alyssa to me are some of my favorite things.
Not so bad. I think that, it's easy to say how much you love someone and talk about the beauty and the perfections, but if you can make it through the bad times and you can love the worst parts of somebody in addition to the best parts, then you'll be
Hmm.
successful. And that's what we've found.
Yes.
So people can relate to it. Maybe worst parts of me include someone's faults and flaws, but at the same time, they're they're good sides of them as well.
Yeah. They're beautiful in their imperfection.
Yes.
That's good. It's natural to have that because we're not robots at the end of the day.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Yeah, cool. And I wanted to touch on Georgette as well. I had to
Yay.
I had to Google what Georgette is. It's a material or a fabric, but I guess it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Georgette is that, but also the name of our 7-year-old daughter. And we wanted to write a song. Everyone wants to write a song about their child, but we didn't want it to be sappy or sweet. We've done those. we wanted it to really capture her personality, which is like a little mischievous, a little slinky, very smart, and kind of, complex. And also a song that captured the way we felt about her growing up, knowing that, possibly half of her life we won't get to see because we had her when we were older. And it's become a very like um, staple song on this album. People are really relating to that song for some reason, and it's great
We love it.
because
Yeah,
it's our daughter.
yeah, we
So
love it. We love it.
And Georgette and Worst Parts of Me, they're taken from your brand new album, The Bridge, out now on good outlets. As you mentioned, this is one of your personal records to date. Just going to touch
Yes.
on a few tracks from your album. Only New York as well. What's that song regarding, please?
that's Doug's favorite.
Well, that is definitely my favorite song on the record. And, Alyssa and I met and grew up in New Jersey, which is sort of the whole state is practically, New Jerseyans are going to kill me, but the whole state is practically a suburb of either New York City or Philadelphia.
And it's
And
across the
it's
bridge.
across the bridge. It was across the bridge from us. It was a 20-minute drive to get over to the George Washington Bridge into New York. And that bridge signifies a lot. It's our growing up together. It's our growing. Eventually, we lived in New York City for 15 years. And it's just a big signifier of our growth and change in our life.
Both literally and
And if you listen to that
figuratively.
song, it's pretty clever, and it's definitely, if you know New York at all, it definitely speaks the truth.
Yeah. What's feeling like living there? Because people say it can be like one of the most magical cities, like
Yeah.
in the world. When you're living there, does it sink in?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the kind of the thing. You do get trapped there easily. I wouldn't say it's so far off from London. Like there are a few international cities in the world, and New York is one of them. And it's just like I like to say, it's the best and the worst of everything, you know?
Sure.
But it is magical. I mean, there's just we've been all around the world. We've been to a lot of the great, amazing cities in the world. We're New Yorkers in our heart, like deep, deep. And to me, New York is the most magical, amazing city in the world. It has something very unique.
Yes.
It has essence. I hope that's the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a vibe, it's got a pulse, it's got so many of these things.
We still have our apartment there. We're very New York centric. Oh,
Great. Hope to get there one day. Because I'm based in Birmingham, and
okay.
they're trying to organise direct flights from Birmingham to New York, so you
Cool.
don't have to do connections. So
Yeah, cool.
that'd be
Yeah, that would be
easy.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
I
definitely.
mean, it's just if you can visit, it's worth it for sure.
And how do you guys find traveling, on the road touring? Do you like it? Do you get used to it? Can be tiring.
No, I mean, I'm pretty good at being a road dog. I definitely am the driver for the band and
We're
drive,
traveling with our full band
yeah,
from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
driving in a Sprinter through some of the very narrow roads and narrow city streets is a challenge. We don't have that so much in the States, but I love it. It's such a beautiful country and beautiful countryside, and
And the history,
Oh,
obviously.
we love driving around, checking it out.
Yeah, we've been doing this for 20 something years together, and we're just lucky to be able to have our band with us, who are some of our favorite people, and our daughter with us, who gets to see it now firsthand.
Yeah.
amazing. And back to the album now. The listener has a treat because the Deluxe album features free bonus digital tracks as well.
That's right.
And did you feel this was like an important feature to include on the album track for a little treat for the listener?
Well, we wanted to give the UK specifically something special. They've been so good to us throughout the years. And so we held those two tracks back from the US release, and we knew we were going to be coming here. And we just thought it would be a fun little surprise. We also have, a new record that we have started recording that isn't complete yet. And we're playing some of the songs from that here in the UK that nobody's ever heard before. So, we like to I don't know. We like to include people on our journey, and the UK has kind of come along with us for the last 20 years. So yeah, that's for you guys. Two new
Great.
tracks.
And this new album as well. How long ago was it recorded? Was the process quite fast, the turnover?
Yeah, things happen quickly on these records, but it does take a year before we're actually getting them out to the public, typically. So, like Alyssa said, we have a record we just did last summer, but the summer before we were making this record, and we wrote the songs in 2 week in like 11 days, and then we took 2 weeks off and came back and recorded them in 11 days, and then left.
No, 5
Oh
days.
yeah, we recorded in 5 days, and then we came back and we came back to fix some things here and there, and then we all caught COVID, so we had to take a little break from that. We flew back home, and then we came back and recorded the rest of the vocal
So, I mean,
parts.
it's been almost a year since this album was complete, but then you have to roll it out with, that you have to do the artwork and you have to do the photos and you have to do the press and the tour booking. And so for us, we've been dying to play this music live. So we're having so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, it can be a long process, and some like listeners may not know that, as you say, the timeline to get it out, the final product, can take some time, as you say.
indeed,
Yeah, I
indeed.
think people think you write a song and then you just put it up, which people do now, obviously.
Yeah.
But for us, we want to go tour it. We want to playing live is still our favorite thing to do. So, and we wanted to press vinyl, which we have with us on the tour. And yeah, I mean, nowadays anybody can write a song and put it up in 2 seconds, but that's not how we roll.
That's good. You got your own way of doing things, which is good.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
On to my next question. You mentioned vinyl artwork as well. That's an important feature. We know when you're plugging, selling your product. On your single cover, it captures an intimate embrace. They do say a picture does paint 1,000 words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
That is the digital cover. And, because this was such a personal record, we wanted something that just captured, this intimacy, as you said, between Doug and myself.
It's
And
it's intimacy and it's transparency at the same time, right?
yeah.
So we're
And
showing who we are to everybody. We're open books, but we're also closely embraced on the cover, holding each other tightly.
yeah, we need each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. It's very important these days to have like a rock, someone you can lean on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alyssa and I think very deeply about all these things. We don't, nothing's by accident, for us.
We grew up on, vinyl and,
Yeah.
and listening to records together. And so sequences that you'd listen to have
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah,
experience.
all those things are super important to us, whether the listener cares or not, but we do our best.
It's good to see the resurgence in the vinyl, obviously, since like 10 years ago. I know it's so darn expensive, but that they've got to make
Yeah.
their costs, the record
Yeah,
shop, record company, and the artist respectively.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. That's
that's
true.
right.
And what strategies have helped you both become successful in your journey in the music world, which may help someone starting out in the business or any business?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say one thing that's really important is be a good hang, right? So that what that means is be nice to the fellow people. Don't look down your noses and be snooty to other musicians. You never know how good they are or how important they may be in your future or how you might run across them in the future and they could help you or whatever. There's so many like weird attitudes that go around the music industry, and it's all crazy because we're all working so hard trying to do the same thing. We should all be a big band of friends, and that sort of having that attitude, whether you meet those people or not, having that attitude does help you move forward in the industry. The nice guy does finish first in the music industry, we find.
Yeah, I do. And I also do feel like we've learned over the years that the most talented people are the most humble and the most quiet about their success and their achievements. And so, like Doug said, always be humble, always be kind, and always be try. And this is what we do in our current life now is we try to help other artists achieve their goals and their dreams. We have a label and a studio down in Nashville that we do just that to try to help people access, what they're trying to say through their music.
Very wise words. Always good to stay grounded.
Yes, indeed.
And when you start off like as musicians, you have to start somewhere, whether it's like a grassroots venue. Um, what do you think of grassroots venue? That they're still an important part of, musicians trying to pull through.
Absolutely. You have to make relationships with your local venues and try to get in there and to play music. Because if you're not playing it live, I guess you can play it on the internet, but there's something soulless about that, in my opinion.
And what
Yeah.
would you say to like, your fans or followers or just general public, supporting
Look,
these
look at Doug's
venues?
shirt. This is what we would say.
Exactly. Yes, good to see.
Yeah.
I think that is the answer to my question.
Yeah.
Support
Yeah.
live music and hire live musicians. Well said.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
feel free to plug any, websites or social media links, where people
Yeah,
can find your
sure.
tour dates, merch, and so on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can find all our music on all the DSPs,
All the platforms,
Spotify, iTunes,
Apple,
YouTube, all of
whatever.
that. And any information you want on us, you can look at thegramsmusic.net, or our Instagram, Facebook is all at the Grams Music.
The Grams music, and if you come across a Kendrick Lamar asking about the Grams, that's
Meet the
not us.
Grams.
That's not us. All right. You can meet us and we'll be kind, I promise.
And these interviews go so quickly. I just want to say thank you to both of you from the Grams. I'm joined by Doug and Alyssa, and we'll get your new single out now on my sister radio show. Thanks for joining me. It's been a pleasure
Fantastic. Thanks
chatting
so
with
much,
you.
Danny.
Very
Oh,
best of luck
Danny, thank you.
with the rest of your tour. All right.
Thank
All
you
right.
so
We'll
much.
Thanks
check
so
in
much.
soon. All right.
All right.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye now.